Hey guys, what's up? Um, just wanted to come on here and basically say happy anniversary to Sonic the Hedgehog, the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. As of today, it's been 30 years and they're doing a lot of stuff. They're doing orchestras, symphony orchestrations, if you will, a concert as we speak, if not already has done it or have done it, where they basically perform very orchestratic symphony or symphonic, if you will, instrumental versions of the soundtracks, of the iconic scores for the stages, the songs. They also have Crush 40 in there to perform some of their iconic songs, as well as one of the main DJs that helps out. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, 30 years. It's hard to believe that it's been that long. Honestly, it's been that long because I don't really think a lot of us can really fathom that it's been that long. That it's been 30-something years for a franchise to be around as long as it has. I mean, we know Mario has been around going on 36 years this year. So, it's like, Mario celebrated 35 last year, 36 this year, but yeah, it's hard to believe that these iconic franchises have been around for as long as they have. But for some odd reason, despite the fact that Mario seems to be the more notable, iconic franchise because of all the various games it gets, Sonic is basically the more beloved. I mean, here's the thing: when I do videos on Sonic, when I talk about it, when I would do reviews with the Archie comic reviews, when I would give my monthly opinions on the comic book and basically what I felt about it for that month, and the story, if there was a story arc going on at that time, and how I felt about it that so far, and what I felt was going to come, basically give my opinions. Those would get a lot more views than I think even a Mario video would. I'm not saying Mario wouldn't, any Mario related video wouldn't, but it's like Sonic would always get would just get a peripheral, just to get a truckload, if you will, of views. And it's just hard to fathom that a character that came out 6 years later, I should say 6 years later, and for a time was more popular than Mario as far as game content and outside of game content was concerned, and still kind of keeps that trend or that trend going today. It's mind-boggling. It really is. It's mind-boggling. For what's the one I'm looking for? For example, you can play, footage. You can play footage. You can record footage. I should say, play footage, record footage of Sonic Force's speed battle on your phone, because you have that recording feature. I'm sure most of you have that, and that'll get a lot of views. You can play the Sonic Forces game on PS4 or Xbox Series 1, if you will, or Xbox One, I should say, or Nintendo Switch, or even a PC, and record that footage, and it would get a lot of views. Like I said, more so than Mario, which is which is amazing even to this day. I mean, you can even talk about Tangle and Whisper, two new characters that were exclusive to the comic, kind of made their way into the mobile games, kind of have a testing out period right now with merchandise on the Sega store, Sonic store, if you will. And people, they still gravitated towards it more so than anything else, more so than Mario. And again, that's not a knock against the Mario franchise or the characters. It's just, you know, everywhere you look, whether it's here on YouTube, Dailymotion, Vimeo, wherever, people, you know, gravitate to a Sonic video more so than anything. And it doesn't just have to be based on the games either. Like I mentioned earlier, when I would do my reviews of the comics, my monthly opinions of the comic book, and what I thought of what was going on so far and what was to come, people gravitated towards that. Heck, this character right here, I don't think you can really see her. This character right here, if you will, Sally Acorn, which I'm fortunate enough to have a plush of, and that's the official Sega World, Sonic and Sydney Sega World plush, medium size, if you will. Anytime people would talk about her, she'd get, the videos on her would get massive views. You know, probably quicker than anybody would expect. And, you know, it's just a testament. It is just a testament to how fans feel about the Sonic franchise as a whole and anything connected to it. You know, has Sonic had some bad games in his 30-year run? Yeah, he's had some bad games, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Sonic 2006 is a good example, which I do own, believe it or not. You know, that's a good example. Some of the not mobile games, but some of the Game Gear games, and, you know, even the Sega Saturn, and, you know, you know, Sega 32X games that they would do. You know, they've had some bad ones in between those runs of, you know, for the Genesis, but, you know, everything else was a hit. Everything else was accepted. And like I said, people, again, you do videos like playthroughs of some of these iconic games, and people gravitate towards those videos. They watch those videos. Heck, you play as Sonic in Smash Brothers, and people gravitate towards that. Especially if you put him one-on-one with Mario. You know, you want views? There you go. Views out the wazoo, if you know what I mean. Another good example of, you know, Sonic material is, what was it, Nuts versus Guts, if you will, did a parody, kind of a Mortal Kombat 11 parody of, you know, featuring Amy Rose against Sally Acorn. And that video that, you know, I downloaded and posted onto my channel, which allowed me to share revenue with them, I believe, got a lot more views than even I expected. Even a video, even with my, you know, It's My Life AMV fan vid on Shadow the Hedgehog, you know, using Sonic X clips mostly, you know, it got more views than that. And this is all and those characters, Amy Rose and Sally, mostly Amy Rose, game-wise, and, you know, comic and Sonic X, anime, boom, you know, and Sally, that got more views than any of my Sonic videos had. Heck, I even posted a little mini comic that I commissioned years ago, and I mean years ago, of Amy Rose and Rouge fusing into one. Basically, they melted into two complete puddles, and then as puddles they touched, and then as a result, by touching, they ended up merging together and fusing into Rouge Amy, or Aim Rouge, if you will, or whatever the name you can come up with. And ever since then, I started noticing a lot of these pictures popping up of them being fused together, or them swapping clothes, or something, or even Rouge possessing, in a ghost-like manner, you know, Amy's body and stuff. And again, I don't know if it's a result of what I posted or I commissioned, but still it's there, and people get a kick out of it. They enjoy it. They enjoy it. They really have a great, you know, they get a kick out of it. They enjoy it. And honestly, there is not one franchise, game or cartoon or comic book wise, that I know of so far that has a lot of fan fiction stories, both regular and adult, if you know what I mean. stories out there than the Sonic franchise. I mean, you go to fanfiction.net, you look up Sonic the Hedgehog there, boom, you got a lot of stories there, not just of all ages, but of the mature kind, and I'm talking mature as in XXX, if you know what I mean. In some sense, the same goes with adult fanfiction.org. You over there, and you find stories there that are of the XXX extreme kind, sometimes, if you will. It's and the more and the thing is, there are more stories based that are like this, that are based in the Sonic franchise than any other, as far as I know. And it's all because of the characters involved. It's all because of what your imagination can do with those characters in these kind of environments. But yeah, 30 years. It's hard to believe. And you know, I mentioned Sally. You know, she's what's funny. This also marks, and I know people might find this weird for anybody to say, but this also marks 30 years, in a way, since the Freedom Fighters were created. Because a lot of those characters, little animal characters that Sonic would save from those pods or from those robotic, you know, badniks they were trapped in. You know, those characters, those little animal characters, they were what the Freedom Fighters were based on. Yeah. They were what the Freedom Fighters were based on. And there is, you Google it, there's information official information that confirms this. You know, you see the inspiration. When you see a little squirrel, that's inspiration for Sally. When you see maybe a little walrus or something, that's inspiration for Rotor. A little coyote or whatever, that's inspiration for Antoine. You know, a little rabbit, that's the inspiration for Bunnie later on. You get what I'm saying? These little animal creatures are what the Freedom Fighters were based on. So in a sense, the Freedom Fighters, along with Sonic, are also celebrating, you know, 30 years today. And again, I know that's hard for people to really accept and believe, but it's true. Heck, you know, this is why fans want Sally in all kinds of media. You know, they want Sally in all kinds of media. Hold on.
Yeah, they also sent us a few extra.
I have to do that for a second. This is why they want Sally in all kinds of media outside of outside of the cartoon and the comics. You know, they want her in the mobile games, not just because of Tangle and Whisper now being in them. They want her in the regular games because they potentially know Tangle and Whisper and other characters could end up in there, and she's been around a lot longer. But also, I think the reason for this whole Rally for Sal thing starting is because they knew we were approaching 30 years, and historically, as crazy as it sounds, along with Sonic, she's also celebrating 30 years, and that's my mom. She's watching the Giants and the Angels right now. So, I do apologize for that. But yeah, that's my mom right now. She's watching the Giants and the Angels on NBC Sports Bay Area. So, I do apologize for that. But like I said, basically, yeah, you know, this is why they want Sally in the show. You know, and outside, in more than just the comics and the shows. You know, that's why you have the hashtag Rally for Sally, because they also knew, or they knew when they started, that this also would mark her anniversary, along with Bunnie, Rotor, and Antoine's, as well, along with Sonic's. Even though Sonic, from a Sega of Japan standpoint, and somewhat Sega of America and Sonic Team, it's mostly about him. But I think they also realized, mostly here on the Western side of things, Sonic Team and Sega of America Team, that, you know, Sonic's not alone in celebrating this. But anyway, just wanted to come on here, do this little video, and wish Sonic the Hedgehog a happy 30th anniversary. Thank you for all the memories and everything. Can't wait to see what's to come. Can't wait to see what that game's going to be like next year. That's supposedly, apparently, set the bar, if you will, for a new standard of Sonic games in the future. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. And I am out. Take care. God bless. And again, happy 30th anniversary, Sonic. Thank you for the memories. Here's to 30 more to come.